Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Island Gal. I know it's been a while since I upload one of these videos where I talk to you guys, give you little hints and different things, advising you when coming to Ghana or anything of what we doing over here in Ghana. And so today I want to give some extra tips on when coming to Ghana, what to expect, and things that you can do when you're dealing with Ghanaians that you meet online and you're coming over and they're willing to assist you. So I dropped down a few points and let's get into it. And Bohemian in Ghana present our first pilgrimage tour July 2nd through the 12th, 2025, where we trace the steps of our ancestors and connect our roots. Don't forget to bring your flags because we will be celebrating our independence here in Ghana. See you guys in Ghana, July 2nd to the 12th. Bohemian in Ghana. See you guys there. Don't forget, hit me up. One thing to do is always ask for proof of identification. Always ask them, can I see your documents to prove that you are who you say you are, and take a picture of that just for your own security. And guys, please, I am not saying that Ghana is dangerous or anything. I'm not saying that. Do not take it that, but still, things do happen to a lot of diasporans go over here. You go out, you either get taken advantage of, like money, get extra charge, higher charge, whatever. And so you just have to be careful that you're dealing with the person who say they are, because a lot of people go by names and stuff, false name and stuff like that, especially if they know they're dealing with diasporans or tourists and stuff like that. And if something happened, you can't really say who. You could give a name and then there's nobody to want to fit that description that you give. So make sure always have an ID card, let them show you that, and then you take a picture of that. Two, if you're coming to someone, an individual or anything, always ask a person when they're communicating, on anything, whether on your behalf, anything, whether it's translation, anything, ask them to speak English if you are an English speaking person. Most diasporans are, I would think. And so, ask them to speak in English so you can also understand what they're saying and what they're asking and they're bargaining for, so you can have a full understanding, because most of the time they're speaking in their language and stuff like that, and it's not always to benefit you. Trust me, believe it or not. To them, an extra 200-300 CDs is a gain for them. To you, you might not see it as much because you don't really know. And then when you convert it into US, you're like, oh, that's okay. So always ask to speak the language that you can understand. Three, guys, please, when coming to Ghana, especially if you're coming to live, do not, I repeat, do not use conversion in your head. Drop the conversion. Conversion will cost you to get broke in a split second if you converting to Ghana cedis to USD. So if you're doing that, if you say for instance you go out shopping, right? And you see the price is in Ghana cedis, and then you'll be like, oh, how much that is that in American dollars or euro or whatever you bring in. You'll be like, oh, that's not bad. No, consider, for me, what I do is I look at like 10 CDs. It's like $10. So I'll be like, damn, am I paying $10 for this? Really? And you bargain. 5, 6, and then they'll meet you in between, because they know the price basically is like 5 CDs, so they will try to up it on you and stuff like that. So somewhere online they'll meet you in the middle or whatever, to the regular price, whatever it is, or something like that. So you have to be able to do it. I don't like to bargain too much. I just walk away. I'm like, oh, sorry, no, or whatever. But that's the thing here in Ghana. They want you to bargain. So especially if you go to the local markets and different stuff like that, you would have to do that. So remember, do not do conversion in your head, because you will spend your money more quicker like that than if you would just bargain and say, what, give it to me for a little less. So please stop the conversion. Okay, again, the next one is to take time to look around, before you do anything. So if you come into an area and you don't know the area, where you don't know the area, whatever, take time to learn your environment, everything that goes around in that little area and stuff like that, so you can know, like different markers and stuff like that, like, landmarks and stuff like that. Learn to do that so you can know where you are, just in case anything happens, you can find your way back, to your home or whatever. And before you do anything like business and stuff like that, because most people come here and they're thinking that I can just throw up a business, and without learning the environment and the surrounding areas, see what is needed. So take time to know what's needed in the area before you just jump into doing a business, because you can potentially lose all of your investment, just starting a business that is not feasible for that area. So please take your time, look around before you jump into anything. Another one is to please refrain from telling your plans. People normally ask, like, okay, what do you plan to do when you come to Ghana and everything, or what you do, what are your plans and everything. Refrain from always uttering these things to people, telling them, because even the person that is with you, you kind of like hold it back for a while, because why? These persons will literally like share you around. And what I mean by share you around is that, if you said, okay, I want to do, I want to buy a piece of land, and then I want to go and build, or I want to grow this, and I want to grow that, and whatever. And that person literally will be like, oh, I know someone, I know someone, I know someone, and I keep going, I know someone, know someone. So they will share you around, especially if they don't mean you any good. Especially if they don't mean you any good, they will share you around. Make sure everybody get a piece of your pie. You understand? And before you know it, all of your money gone, and you have not gotten nothing that you said that you wanted. You might end up with a piece of land, and it may be confrontational. Maybe somebody else own it, or it's not legitimately the person who's selling it to you. You understand? Or someone is trying to sell you a land that they already sold to someone, or someone's been living on it for a while. So I had that kind of experience where someone was selling me land that they already had persons living on, and they wanted to sack the person. So that's the term they use. Sack means to get rid of. So they wanted to sack the person off the land, and so they wanted to sell me the land because they are the rightful owners. And I was like, but person's already in the land, and they was like, oh, they didn't pay. They just allowed them to stay there for a while, and and then after the persons came and said, we've been here living this amount of time on this property and stuff. They just cannot sack us. They didn't come and sit and talk with us and let us know anything. So something like that you don't want to get involved in. So be careful, because they could share you around, and before you know it, all of your money that you come here with is gone and stuff like that, and then you wouldn't see these people anymore. So be careful with the same person introducing you to a bunch of different persons, unless they're a legit person. Check on everything. Check everything. Check every person. Make sure you see, like IDs. Like I said again, make sure you see these IDs before you take your hard-earned money. You come here, and then you end up in a month or two, and you end up flat broke, and you have to go back. So be vigilant when doing these things. Come into Ghana, and that could be from any African countries, but specifically for Ghana, I'm here. So I've seen a lot of things, and so for me, my intuition is very high, so I sense things quick. I look at people, their movement, I watch attitude, and stuff like that. When people talking, I stare you in the eye, I gotta make sure this thing like that. You understand? So you gotta do that, stare in the eyes and whatever. So they will make you feel that, they walk around with you and like boasting, because they letting everybody know that, okay, I have the money. I'm walking around with the money, and stuff like that. So, be careful of that and stuff like that. Also, another thing when coming to Ghana, be prepared to be called the white man. They're gonna call you the white man because you come from the West, and that really saying that you have money. So it's not a color thing, like a race thing. It's just a status, that you have money, so you consider white man and stuff like that. So that's just the term that they give for persons with money and stuff. So yeah. All right, guys. So that's it for now. I hope you guys appreciate my safety tips here and coming to Ghana, especially if you're relocating here to stay these are some steps that you really need to take in consideration so that you don't lose everything that you bring here so quickly and stuff like that. So it'll give you time. The longer you take to do anything when coming here, it's better for you and in saving your money. So please do not rush into anything. There's no rush, especially if you're staying, because most likely you're gonna be renting an apartment for about a year. So take at least about 6 months within that year to learn your environment, your surroundings, and everything. See what is needed, what's not needed, and everything, and that will give you a good idea. And by then, persons would know you. You know, they would know you and stuff like that. So they wouldn't do certain things to you, like try to get you to spend more. So you learn the price of everything and stuff like that. You will get a little feel of um, walking the streets, hailing and talking and stuff like that, and then you will actually find legitimate persons who are legit, who's gonna come to you and help you out. So by then, but please, even with me, the first person I came with is not the person that is with me anymore. So I'm partly like I connected with more people by just moving around and get to meet other people, and then these people are more legit because some of them have status in society and stuff like that, and so they're not gonna tarnish their name and anything like that. So you start to move down the right path and everything like that. So please, be careful when coming here, because this is they have been living here for years, all their life and stuff like that. You uprooted and you come here and now you have to adapt. So you have to be mindful that yes, even though you come here and you want to blend in and you want to do things, you cannot be too overly friendly. You cannot be too overly friendly, because that will be a weakness for you. They see you as a prey and they will prey on you. So you have to be careful. Come down on your little dressing, and things like that. To come down to local standard, whereas they wouldn't be able to tell the difference unless you speak. Because let me tell you, you're like a light bulb in a dark room. When you come, especially in smaller areas. Now, if you were in the capital city like Accra and all the different things, it's a mixture and a blend. So, things are different. But when you're coming down to like the village side and stuff like that, the smaller towns area and stuff like that, you would stand out. So you have to be extremely careful with that, because it's an opportunity for them to fulfill their fantasy, and their dreams and all that. So, you know, please be extra vigilant and careful. From I was here, I've never had any like experience like of robbery or of anything like that, of that sort or anything. No, I've not had none of that. But I had at one point where I sold something to someone. Please be careful when you're doing anything. Document. You have to go get do some. That's something I miss. So when you're doing business or anything with somebody, please get a proper written agreement, and on that agreement, make sure have terms and condition on that. Whereas you would be able to gain your stuff back or anything to get your stuff back in case you have something. If you're selling something to someone and they didn't purchase it in full, they didn't do full purchase, and you make a purchase agreement with them, make sure that there are stipulations in case if they don't do it at this point in time, they get it back. You can get back your stuff, because people would tend to do that to you. Okay, give it to me and then I pay back, and then pay you, and then when the time comes, oh, I don't have it. 'Cause everybody here is just so chalant, laid back. People do it all the time, and because of the Ghanaian nature and stuff like that, most of them wouldn't even row or fight back for their stuff. They just leave it there and hoping that the person would actually give them, what is due to them. And that could be years and years, and they're living their life while you're here waiting for what belongs to you. So please do that. I will do a video talking about that experience that we had. It's because I'm still waiting on full payment, that I wouldn't talk about the video because there's a lot involved in it. But it's not harmful or anything and stuff like that. So it just helped me to understand now when I deal with some locals, what are things that I need to put in place, because there are laws, and the laws actually would help them more than they help you who are the rightful owner of something. So guys, you got to be extremely careful with that. So I will do a further video detailing that incident as soon as full payment is it. For now, if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, share, and give me a comment. Anything you want to know, ask, please do so, and I will get back to you and answer you as honestly as possible. Like I said before, guys, this show is about giving you the truth, and everything like that. So I'm not assuming anything. I'm just telling you facts that I know for sure that I have experienced. So it's not everybody experience. Some people might not come encounter certain things that I'm named off on this list, and some has and even worse. But I can't go on other people experience because I have not experienced it. So anyway, guys, thank you so much, and bye until next video.